Theo Bon and Joe Rogan are two people that I just found out today. I literally just did today that I literally want to be or do something of what they're doing. I think they have really inspiring and informational, and I don't know. It kind of feels like it's their own space where people are welcome and they're also welcome into that space. And I don't know. I feel like this is kind of where I would like to take this podcast to. I like getting into deep stuff. I like to get involved with people's life and what they think, what they do, and not necessarily because like I want to control them, but just I don't know. It makes my life better. I guess I have more experiences. I have more things that I can, you know, have stories or memories or anything that involves me and somebody else. And so, yeah, if you would like to be part of this podcast at some point, just let me know. I'm pretty sure you guys know who Theo Von and uh, Joe Rogan are. They're really big. What is the name of that show? The Joe Rogan podcast show or something like that is called. Uh, and Theo Von, I think it's called This Past Weekend with Theo Von, I think is what it's called. So yeah. Well, so today I was thinking about making a video because I didn't do. It's been like 3 or 4 days since the last one that I made. I'm making as much of them as I can because this transitioning or this gathering of information for myself and this journey that I'm taking, it doesn't have a blueprint, you know. I'm making it on my own and I'm doing it on my own, and every resource and every aspect of this that is happening is coming from myself. So these videos are not being promoted, they're not being sent to anybody for that same purpose. I hope it finds its people. And then we can also have this space where you guys can come, we can have a community, maybe later on somewhere where we can chat all of us and have a place for all of us to land and be there. But I was talking to one of my cousins from Costa Rica, and we were having this discussion, and he says something that I really relate this to business. So if you guys are not aware, this podcast is mostly because there's a lot of this stuff that people is going through at the moment, but it's also because I am going through, but also because I'm a business owner. So there's a lot of things that are involving here, but I want you guys to have a perspective and see that business owners are very normal and just regular human beings. So I was talking to him and I was talking about a certain area of life, and we were talking about how you starting to see what you like. It's a more immature approach to relationships. I'm putting this into words with my own words, so you excuse me if I say something that doesn't make any sense, or I don't know. Maybe it sounds weird or whatever, but the point is, let's say whenever you are a male or a female, right? If you're a male that likes males or a female that likes females, right? You wouldn't start dating until you're kind of old, you know? And the reason why I was thinking this while my friend was talking and I was telling him like, this is what I think, and he was telling me like, this is what I think. He pretty much said these these people, they don't mature as fast as they need to because they go through life experiencing other things besides the things that they like, which is dating somebody from the same sex that they are. And so they're, I don't know how you call that. I'm trying to put it into words, but I don't find another word besides being mature. And so by the time that they get to 20, they're barely, or 18, they're barely starting to date, while other people are going through like different partners, or maybe many years with a partner, or whatever it is. So these people, or the, I can't remember the fucking letters, but the LGBT whatever community, um, I feel like they don't mature as fast as they need to. So whenever they get into a relationship when they're kind of old, they're still figuring out what they like, which is exactly what we do, but we have some type of experience. Excuse me. When I sneeze like a million times. And so what I'm connecting this to business is like, is not that they are gonna fuck it up, or that they are not ready, or that they're not prepared enough, for whatever the reason that you might be thinking is. That's that's exactly what I mean. Everybody has a different opinion, and everybody has a different perspective of life and a different journey. So if you see this, and you translate it into business, it's exactly the same thing. There are people that start with business like myself, and I did it very young. Like, probably I started doing business. My mom used to say that I used to do it when I was a little kid. Like, I used to exchange the little cards that our teachers will give us if we behave good or bad in kindergarten. So I've been doing it all over. Like, I sold cars, I sold bicycles, I sold items, I sold pretty much everything you can think of since I'm very young. But there's also people that have a business when they're 30 or 40, and it's still the same thing. It doesn't matter, because like, what I'm trying to say is like, it doesn't matter where you are at your point in your business. You're still gonna make it if you keep pushing. And so once you find out what you like, once you find out what's your offer, once you find out that this is the person that you like, and once you find out that this is the business that you like, then you're pretty much just ready to start dating, or ready to start doing your business. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's in a different stage, everybody's going through different things in their lives, and all you gotta do is just keep on going. And I've been talking about this for a while, because today was really hard for me to make this podcast. Uh, the last episode was about choosing one thing and one thing only, and stick with it. And I don't know if it's because I got so excited, or because I got nervous, or I had a little bit of anxiety. I don't even know what it was. I just couldn't get my head together, or wrap my head around making a video today, because I couldn't choose. I couldn't find a topic to talk about, because I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. If not, then you guys have been living under a rock. But this guy, Leo Skepi, whatever, the tall guy or whatever, he has this podcast where he just rants about people. Not rants, but like, he has a style of living in podcast that is like very attractive to listeners, because his way of talking is so honest and transparent, and I would say accurate. Every time he's talking, he's kind of like telling you like, hey, this is what happened to me, and it might happen to you. You can avoid it by doing either this or that, or come with me. Like, this is the lifestyle of a millionaire, or whatever it is. And I just kind of want to relate to you guys in some of the things that I go through my life. And so Leo's kept be one topic, and then me having different topics. I couldn't get myself together and put it in and be like, this is what I want to talk today. So today, if you guys didn't get the point, was I want to open up this space for us to be more of a community and gather around people that are business owners or are trying to open their own business. And we are all going through different things and we are all in different stages, but we can also share our stuff. So, um, let me think about it for a second. Okay, I remember. So the topic today was about it doesn't matter what point in your business or life that you are in the moment, you're always gonna make it if you keep on pushing. That's a long ass title, but that's the name of it. I see how I make it shorter, but just I just want you guys to think about the fact that whatever you put in your head and you think it's possible, then it's possible. So make it happen. I know you guys got it. I know I got it, and we're all going through things in life. You just gotta keep pushing. That's it. That's it. I am getting so locked in, I would say, into my company, into running RPDI because I've never done it. It feels extremely amazing. It feels so good to be focused on one thing and one thing only. And having all your energy and your focus on one thing, there's never there's never this feeling or nothing that can compare to it. And so I hope you guys can feel it too, and I hope you guys get to know it at least once. Um, and yeah, this podcast is pretty much like random topics that I go throughout my days. And so if you feel like this makes no sense when I'm talking or whatever, or the videos one doesn't connect to the other, I am so sorry. I genuinely do not know how to run this. Uh, I just got into this space. I'm very new to seeing podcasts and listen to them and all that kind of stuff. But as I'm making them, I will get better and better. I hope these kind of topics are enjoyable for you guys and they can relate to you. Um, and if they don't relate or you guys want to see something that actually relates to your life a little more, then send me the topics and I will break it down, I guess, the best possible, my best way possible, I guess. Um, Something else I wanted to say was remember to keep your focus on one thing and one thing only, because letting other thoughts and letting other opportunities come into your business or life can ruin what you have. Because if you have something that already works and something that is already nice, and something else comes and you let that door open, how are you gonna close it later on? You know what I mean? It's better not to even open it and just stay closed the whole time so you don't have to figure out how to close it, than opening the door and then figuring out how to close it back and take that thing out of how it came from that door. So um, it's the same for business. Stay focused on your service, on your product, on what you do, and don't look over your shoulder to see where your competition is. Just stay on your lane. Remember, we all have our own journeys. We all have our own paths, and because we have our own past, then nobody has the same outcomes. You know what I mean? And it's the same for business. So if you guys run a company or have a business that is interested in doing some SEO website and or need a CRM system, I have this package where I give you a bundle of these three things. All my prices are on my website. You guys can go see it. But if you guys are looking to build a website, build a funnel, have advertisement, whatever it is, just reach us out. We focus on this package only, but if you guys are looking for something else, then I can definitely help you out and send you to another company that is of my knowing. So you guys are pretty much being recommended. And yeah, keep on grinding, guys. Great topic today. I feel great. I actually feel great. I'm very happy that I made it through. I I made the podcast. I didn't want to. I made it. Now I'm here. Now I get to enjoy the rest of my day. I have to go back to my computer, see what I have to do, and see you guys in the next episode.